sunshine, internationally known. We celebrate life.
It's your girl Sunshine. It's Tuesday. Celebrate a life for sunshine. Hello, everyone. Let's go ahead and get y'all all in the chat. Let's go. I've been looking forward to this interview. Hello. Right on top. That's what I'm talking. Hello, Raya. I've been. Good evening.
Peace.
Good
How you doing?
evening. I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Word.
Looking forward to this interview. When I touched down from Jamaica back home, I'm like, look. No.
Nah, that's a fact. That's what's up.
So, I've been listening to your album all day today. But before we go any further, introduce yourselves to the ones who don't know you that will know you after tonight.
I go by the name Tahmell, y'all. What's going on? The real Godson, you heard?
Exactly. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Arrow shared the post on Facebook.
Yeah.
And he was like, everybody tap in. This is my nephew. Tap in.
Yeah.
He was like, where? I was like, I love him. I love him. Wow, I really do. So let's talk about it. Why did you only put out 6 songs on that album?
Plus, this year's lit.
True.
This year's lit. You know why? And another thing, I'm not big enough or in a big enough space to put out an album with 12 or 15 records because it's like, well, who are you? You know what I'm saying? So I give it to them quick, let them listen, because they're going to want more. Because I got a whole bunch more.
Okay. I can see that strategic move. Okay. Because I'm listening to, I was like, 6, why? Wait, hold up. Wait, I was like, wait.
Yeah. CSA Volume 1.
That's true.
I never did that before. And I've never had Volume 1, 2. I've never named, and I never even wanted to name an album or project the same name. You know what I'm saying? So this is like a vibe thing. So like this soul is strictly for the soul. Every time, every volume. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, first and foremost, thank you, Ryan, for the connect. Talk about it now. Just address this. On that, loving you, it's not easy. It's not so easy. I want to say kudos because a lot of men don't admit when they're wrong or try to work it out. But like, yo, let's do this. Can we go a second round and stuff? So were you talking to anyone in particular? Like what? Because I was feeling it. So I'm like, okay.
Well, honestly, it was like a lot of my experience. I kind of balled it up in one and kind of put me in a room so I can like, if that person or if they was in a room with me, what could I say to change stuff, or what could I say to this person if the next one is listening, so they know, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it came down to. Because the relationship stuff is like real different. It's not like, you know, you having friends and you ain't got to call your friend. You know how they be like, yo, I ain't speak to my mans in a month or a year, and we pick up left, right, back off where we started, but not with a relationship. So definitely a lot of learning, you know what I mean?
Yes. Trust me when I say, it's really different. You are so right on that one. And say kudos to the Grammys, because you got your flowers on that, so let me give them to you tonight. Kudos on that.
Thank you. It was, that was the first time I ever been there. It was definitely an experience. That was the first time that I've personally been in a room with a bunch of people that I listen to on radio. I'm talking about young people, people I've been listening to forever, and then you got rock artists, Harry Styles, like yo, there was mad people that you'd be like, yo, oh snap, and then I don't know them the band. They sing that song, If I knew, girl, if I knew. I forgot the song, but it's like a huge song. It's a black rock group. I didn't even know they was black. And
I gotta think about it because I think I know who you're talking about, and I know, right? But listen, there's a lot of people understand the dynamics of how far we've come, and and then they're like, really? I didn't know. They're like, yo, that's what's up, and yeah, I love it. But for you to be invited to the Grammys on your own platform, standing on your own, I know, and like you said, to be in a room with people you listening to and grew up on and things of that nature, I know that's a feeling you could never take away.
Yeah. It was dope too because the invitation came from it was a secret and no one else was going. So when I got invited, I was like, word, like, all right, that's dope. Like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. I think I was supposed to actually have a show in Texas that Saturday. I can't say I'm going to fucking word. Going to Grammys.
Of course. Like,
Exactly.
Well, like, no, tomorrow's not promised, so let's go ahead and let's go.
Yeah.
So, what's next for you?
Next, we doing Punchline Thursdays every Thursday, starting on the 16th of March. Come down to Brooklyn. We'll have more information. It's like, you know, it's real hip hop, old hip hop. We bringing it. We playing a lot of songs and just vibing. You know, and we'll have like 3 performers, not long, just something real quick, live. You know, performances during our feel good night. It's from 10 to 2 every Thursday night, starting the 16th. So shout out to Infamous. You know what I mean? He's setting it up. So we gonna have the whole army out there. I mean, 97 Piff if they need it. You heard?
Okay. All right. Look, that's what's up. Any more major concerts coming up?
Not at the moment, but I'm working on a lot of different things right now. I can't speak on most of it, but I have another EP on that's gonna be on the way like May.
Okay.
So that another little 6-song joint, you know what I'm saying, and then a couple months after that, it might be another 6-song joint. But in at the same time, I got a bunch of singles. I got videos coming out. I got other artists. I got artists I'm producing for. I got shout out to Ryder Ruler. He's somebody I'm producing for exclusively. We got a whole EP coming. He's gonna drop probably next month. If everything is right, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a vibe. It's a sound that we sticking with and coming with. And then I got
okay. Trust me.
I'm on live.
I know. They be like, you don't see it,
like tap in. You know what? Let me send this in their DM because they was calling. Hold up.
Okay. Not a problem.
Yeah.
We're gonna say hello to everyone. What's up, Shorty Shaw? Hello. Oh, somebody said, will you be streaming?
Streaming. Will it be streamed?
On Thursday? Will it be streamed?
Oh, yeah, of course. Shout out my man, Shot Boogie. He get all our footage. He get everything, make sure everything right, you know what I'm saying? So everything gonna be visual. We always gonna have visual for y'all. That's really the main, that's what Punchline is, because we want people to see it.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, we just vibing out at the spot, so we trying to make people come through and be like, yo, imagine if y'all went to this spot. You have this many people, so we just trying to start here and move there. You know You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Oh, I like that. That's what's up. Different. Something different and putting your stamp on
Word
it.
up. Word up.
So, now let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty. Who's on the next one? The one that you're dropping. Who have you not worked with that you want to work with? And who have you worked with that's going to be on the next EP?
Cannabis is going to be on the next EP.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. But there's a lot of the. To be honest, man, I'm not looking to work with anybody. It's really, it's the grind and who you come in contact with, because you hear a lot of things about how the industry is and how this is, and so when it start moving and you start brushing shoulders with people, you kind of feel vibes. I always go about a vibe because I feel a vibe in real life, so I take that and I make sure, like, all right, because it's we both rap. So if I run into somebody and we not feeling that vibe, like, yo, let's get a record right now, call my producer. What are we doing a song for? Because then the song's gonna be false. It's not gonna be dope. It might just be like, it was dope. Like, nah, I'm trying to make, like, that. I tell a lot of people I make beats for, like, yo, I make a lot of different beats. So if I send you something, you gotta let me know if you like it. I mean, if you love it. I don't care if you like it. I need to know if you hear it and you're going to start rapping right then and there, because that's the type of records we trying to push. We trying to make things easy. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make, we ain't trying to force nothing, especially with me as a producer. I don't want a rapper to force nothing, so I'm going to give him something that he wants and he's comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the features come into play. So hopefully I run into my fantasy feature and they like, yo, let's do it right now.
No, I feel you. Because Ryan can tell you, I'll be like, Ryan, if the energy's off, the interview will be 30 minutes or less. Yeah. And she'll know, because she'll be like, I saw your look. Like, yes, the thing is, I go off for energy. And I tell Ryan, I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
Because you are so right on that. Nowadays with the industry and just people in general, it's like, okay, your vibe is off. I need you to keep it way over there because I'm good here.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
How do you prepare before you go in the studio? Like, do you listen to something or you mellow out? What do you do to prepare yourself?
It all depends on the scenario. Like when I'm working on my songs and my records, I'll write them like, I'll say if I catch a mood or hear a beat or make a beat and I'm like, oh, I want that. And I'll write to it right there and I'll just leave it. You know what I'm saying? Until there's something that I can make it work for, make it work with, then I might put it out, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put out everything, but it's just, it's different. Damn. Yeah, because like just recently I started going in the booth and just freestyle.
Oh,
so I haven't done that, and I went to Cali in last year in the summertime. So like when I went out there, people in the studio was just like, I'll be making a beat, all of a sudden this thing got a hook. I'm like, hold up, damn, I ain't even fucking track the beat out yet, bro. Like, and when did you write this shit, bro? Like, when did you write this nigga sitting there just singing and shit? I'm like, yo, you wrote that? Nah, nigga, put that down before you forget it. Nigga, I ain't gonna forget. What you mean? All right, now I gotta write my verse that fast because I don't want nobody to wait for me. Ain't nobody waiting for me. Nope. I don't know.
See, you tell people to write it down. I'll go to my phone and put it on video, and then I put it there before so I don't lose it. Because the thing is, you can write it down, but then you forget how. This is just me. I'm a visual. I like to record myself. Well, like when I'm getting ready in the shower and stuff, it'll come to me and that'll put it in my mind, and then I'll hear it, and then I got to get it out. But then to try to tell my producer how I want to be, I was like, nah, you're not hearing it like this in my head. So I'll play the video, and then he'll be like, got it. And sometimes I got to play it back to get back into the room.
Nah, I never thought of that. That's fire. I never thought of trying, because if I'm a freestyle, put me in the booth or someone have a camera out and we gonna post it. Like,
Yeah.
word. I need to
Like,
record this now.
I'm like, yo, Hub, let me know when you're ready. Ready? He's like, well, when you done taking a picture being in a booth. I was like, you can play it, you get the beat right, and I'll take my picture like, this is where I'm at right now. That means leave me alone. I'm in the studio.
Word up. That's a fact.
Yo, but for real, I can always go back to my video and be like, okay, boom. Now I'll add on to it. Like if I'm getting ready for work and then it just comes, I'm like, dang, sometimes it comes at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let me video real. But yeah, I love it. I love being in the studio.
Yeah.
What's the latest you be in the studio with? Like, how long do you say you put just no interruptions?
Well, how long? Well, shit. You know that song, You? I mean, that song, It's Not Easy? It came from being in the studio too long. I would be, because you don't, especially if you go in the studio and it's like real late, or if you already going there at 9, because it started when I was working, so I was working from like 7 in the morning to like 5 in the afternoon. So after that, it's time to I gotta go studio now. So I, to be in the studio from like 8 to really is when the vibe dies out. That's how I do it. Like once everyone start like moving slow and all right, it's time to get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if the engineer's hitting that record button and he got another record, he don't mind. Let's keep going. I ain't stopping. So I think I was the last time I was in the studio when day broke was shout out to Billionaire Beats. We was in Platinum till like 6 in the morning. We got there at like 10, 11 at night. You know what I'm saying? So we were supposed to be going by like 1 or 2. Ended up staying there till like 6 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you creating, it's like there's no time limit. Like if someone's making a beat, ain't nobody gonna tell me how long it's gonna take for me to do this or do that or do this, or it can't nobody say you can only do 5 songs today. Nah, we're gonna do as many as we can do, and we're gonna run this time up. Don't listen. When we get to the studio, ain't no stop going to I gotta get something to eat. No, nigga, go get something to eat before you come to the studio. Get your bud, get your alcohol. There's no when you go to the studio. All right, now we gotta. What? I done did 3 songs by the time you came back. Yeah, and you're not on one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like it breaks up the vibe then. So I hit the grocery store, I hit the bodegas, and I'm like, okay, I need all my snacks and everything else. Because sometimes it takes 2 hours for the producer to even make a beat that I like to go with what I got.
That's a fact.
And then I'll be like,
that's a fact.
He'd be like, I was like, listen, it has to be right. I'm OCD with it. You can't put our name on something and don't have it to where we like, yo, say that again.
Exactly.
So I feel you 100%. So let me know if you don't want to, but say growing up, being a goat, like you around the industry, or did he try to shield you from the industry so you could get your own take on the industry?
Well, nah, he always brought me around, but he always did tell me he never wanted me in the industry. He never, like when he was going through it, that was his whole thing. He never ever wanted me to be a part of the industry. So, that's, I always had to figure out why. And so now at this point in life, it's like, oh, okay, I got it. So, but it's like, if someone don't tell you the why, you're going to go through all of this stuff and figure out why, and you're going to start doing this and that, and sometimes it might not be good, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, but that's life. But, it's, when it comes to this industry, like, you got to tell them the why. You got to tell them the why, you know what I'm saying, not just they shady, like, you got to tell them, like, yo, listen, you got to pay attention to the contracts, to the words, to the paper, to this, to that. You got to pay attention to everything, because you got rappers that had deals 30 years ago, 20 years ago, and didn't know that they was out of their deal, or didn't know that they was still collecting money through their deal, or didn't know, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that people don't read in the contract. So I'm fortunate to have people around me that can help me read the contract the right way, or just let me know this ain't it, or let me know they playing you, or you know what I'm saying. So like that's a good thing that I can have right now, and I'm definitely appreciative of that.
That's real talk right there, because I tell everybody, I was like, I'm a paralegal by day. I'm an entrepreneur 24 hours, 7 days a week, but I'm a paralegal by day. And I tell everybody, don't have whoever's giving you the contract, their attorney, explain it to you. Get your own outside.
Exactly.
And have them read it. And what you don't understand, have them break it down.
Exactly.
Because that's your attorney. That's who's looking out for you. I was like, because nowadays, people, like you said, and back in the day, they didn't have health care plans for the rap artists. Look at what happened to Craig Mack. Look at what happened to Black Rob. Look at what happened to all of them, because there was nothing set in place. But now you really need to cover yourself, and also put money aside for your health care, because your health means everything.
Yeah.
I was like, especially for African Americans.
Mm-hmm.
African Americans, we have high blood pressure. We have things that others don't have. So that's fact.
And not to cut you off, because to touch on that real quick, to like what's I'm not trying to bash any labels as far as what kind of contracts they give out, because at the end of the day, it's just like going to a job. When you go and they say base pay is $13 an hour, and you sit there like, damn, I don't really want $13 an hour, but I need a job. So you're going to go in there and be like, well, I do this, I do that. All right, the job is yours. All right, I'll take it. That's our problem right there. When they say, okay, the job is yours, before you say, yes, I'll take it, that's when you're supposed to go, okay, well, it's $13 an hour, right? Well, I was wondering if I could get 16, because, I did come from this. I did do this. I did that in my past. I do have to travel here every day. Like, I just need, like, when you do that, a job, base pay is base pay.
Yes, it is.
So a job is going to give you what it is that you feel and they feel that you're worth. If you come in there and you want some base pay shit, they're going to give you base pay. Oh, I'll take it. Yeah, good. I'm glad he took it. Not idiot, but now he's the job dummy. Now he's the one that's doing everything for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's it just all comes back to just knowing your business, knowing what you're able to ask for, knowing what you're capable, or knowing knowing what you're worth. Knowing your worth. Basically, that's where it come into play when people say know your worth. No, not outside. Know your worth in the building, in the office, when it's time to get your money. That's the work they talking about. Word.
And let's talk about the residuals. Let's talk about, okay, when this hits, how much more am I going to get? Let's talk about the increase. Let's talk about, and we're not bashing no labels. We're just talking about, this is the foundation. You need to know, because one, like you said, know your worth. Yeah. And I tell everybody, know your worth. If you know what you could bring to the table, make sure they know that too, and be like, nah, I got other prospects. Don't just take the first thing. Yeah. Because right now, you're offering yourself. You're offering everything. So you want to make sure you're getting top-notch quality. Yeah. And that's in a relationship, because a business is a relationship. It's a partnership. Yeah. How long is your contract for? Can you break it? If you break it, what's the breach? What's the outcome? What's this? What's that?
Exactly.
And that's all we're saying is, make sure you do your due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
Signing anything. Yeah. That's what I mean.
Well, exactly. Word. Any and everything.
Now, how do you feel? Everybody's like, get Rakim's son, da-da-da. Ever put pressure on you to match your father's status? Like, we're going to be real. He's the GOAT. Like, Rakim, hands down, salute. But, and I know it's like, we don't want to be, because growing up, it was like, you're going to be just like your mom. You're going to be a nurse or a doctor or your grandfather, and I'm like, nah, I'm doing me. You going left field. You got some people like that. How did you handle being the GOAT son?
And we talked every day. You know what I'm saying? Like every time he's in the studio working, writing, I sit right there. We talk. It was nothing to handle. It was it was my pops. So it wasn't like, that's my dad. So I could go anywhere with him. Like anytime he go anywhere, Dad, can I go? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's different. So when people ask me about pressure, like I don't have pressure. I don't think about pressure because at the end of the day, my dad approves and respects what I do. So as long as he do that, I don't care what the world thinks, because my dad already said he is good money. So if y'all think that I'm taking pressure or I have pressure on me, then nah, like, it ain't that. And I'm not here to sound like him. I'm not here to drop 5% of knowledge on y'all. But at the end of the day, I'm here to tell y'all about priorities and morals and all that. Like I'm here to let you know, like, this is real rap. This ain't this ain't commercial shit. This ain't no cars. I ain't talking about what kind of car I drive. I'm not talking about what kind of jewelry I wear. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about what we can turn to, who we can listen to when shit is going wrong. So that's what I got from my pops, and that's what I learned from him. Like, he didn't tell me that. That's just what I seen. And that's how I took it, because with the 5% thing, that was something that was real dominant back in the day. Like, that was, if you ain't know you're 1 to 20, you out of here. Go learn that. Then come back, because you can't come over here no more. But now today, when it started to when it got to the time we're in now, people they just was reading stuff and wasn't living what they were saying, or wasn't living what they was reading. So it gets to a point where it's like, all right, we need somebody to at least like let them know, like, bro, you doing something wrong. Like, no one's gonna tell somebody that they doing something wrong these days. No one's gonna tell somebody, yo, son, you could fix that. Hey, yo, son, yo, nah, don't wear that today, my nigga. It ain't looking right on you right now. Like, we need people like that in our life. Like, the one thing I heard from somebody that was so dope, they said, if you the smartest man in your crew is done for. It's over for y'all. And I hope I never want to be the smartest person in my crew, because when I call people and be like, yo, you think this is a good idea? Like, I was thinking about blah, blah, blah. Nah, don't do that. Cool, all right, cool. Like, you need people like that in your circle, because if you don't, you're going to be out there trying to try this, try that. Like, I'm glad I ran into the people I ran into now, because I probably still would have been trying to do trap music, because I'm making trap beats, trying to get these young niggas to rap on my beats. So I got to let them know I make beats, but I'm going to rap on it first. That's what I was doing. So I probably would have been caught up in that still. So people come, yo, nah, you ain't got to do, nah, don't worry about that. Nigga, stay to what you're doing. Keep doing you. Keep doing what you do, what you love. Keep doing what's easy. Keep doing what's natural for you. Like, that's what's going to be, like, what's going to take whoever to the top. It's going to take anybody over, you know what I'm saying? Because to be everything that you are, can't nobody be you better.
I love it, because I can honestly say that's me. Because I'm like, want to know the truth, people come to me. I'm like, I'll say it in love, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people that. I was like, I love you, but I said, don't wear that outside, or this and that. And I have people in my circle like, nah, sunshine, don't do that, or da, da. I was like, that's what we need. And there's not, people rather accept the fake than the real now. And
I take the real.
And my friend was like, Nicole, the reason why they don't like you is because you're real. You don't sugarcoat it, and you don't lie to them, and they can't take you. Yeah. They was like, I was like, well, I'm not dumbing myself down, and I'm not watering myself down.
Yeah.
I grew up with a village, and I'm trying to be these kids' villages. So I'm going to tell them, people know if they come to my house, their kids come to my house, one, I already tell them, if you don't want me to reprimand them like I reprimand my kids, then they ain't coming over them, because the simple fact is, if you're wrong, give me that. If you're wrong, or you know what I mean? It's like, if I take something from my kids, I'm going to take it from you too. That's what we're not doing up in my house. The problem is, people don't hold each other accountable anymore. Mm-hmm. And
people don't take ownership no more.
Right. And I love to be in a room with somebody smarter, because I'm learning something. They're learning from me, and I'm learning from them. Like, I've told people, I've sat in rooms with billionaires. Warren Buffett. I used to work with Geico for 10 years. I used to go on trips with Warren Buffett and Tony Nicely. If I'm sitting at their table, which I always am, I'm listening and I'm soaking it up and I'm trying to apply it and I'm trying to also help others. And I'm like, I'm just trying to teach you what I'm learning so that way we can all build. I want to see you succeed like you want to see me. But a lot of people don't think like that, you know? But
that's a fact. That's a fact.
But I'm loving your music and how you are dropping nuggets and you dropping bars and you dropping.
Thank you.
The music, the beats, everything. So not only are you a producer, you do your own beats and you rap. What else do you do that we don't know about?
I mix my own sessions. What else I do? I take care of my daughters when I can and when I'm around and shit. I try to be the best dad I can and shit. But that's you know, I have a lot of skills. You know, I could do it all. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you gotta know how to do. You gotta be a master. You gotta be the jack of all trades, right? And when I learned to master my craft, you get to a point when after you as you're mastering your craft, you start to realize you can do other things in your craft. So you start to master other things, and you know you just learn as you go. I go to the studio and I see the engineers and how they mix their records and what am I doing. I'll listen to see what they did different that I'm not doing, or I'll go to a producer and I watch him make the beat on spot and kind of see and just watching how did he go about that sample, or how did he go about his process. So that's dope to me. I like it builds me up and it helps me continue on to find other things to do. Like I wanna write movies and TV shows. Like I want to be the creators. Like I have dope ideas, but that's just something else I want to get into because you write music all day and you write about things that you did and you see, and so why can't I write? I'm sure it's easier to write that without rhyming than it is to write your story rhyming. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure I can write some type of movie plot. You know what I mean? So that's my next goal. I ain't trying to be no real director or nothing. I just want to create these movies and create the visual and create the I want to create the scenarios that's not being played on TV. Like back in the day when we was watching the Cosby Show, there wasn't a lot of shows like that. You had Family Matters, you had Cosby Show, certain shows, but now everything is becoming drama. Everything is drama. Every show is about drama. So it's like, well, what shows now can we do that can kind of balance that out without making it seem old or like it's a Cosby spinoff? Well, how can we do this? So that's where my mind is just bubbling right now.
I'm with you on that. I wrote 6 books, and so I'm working on 2 of the books that coincide with each other. I'm changing it from a book into a screenplay and maybe a movie. So I have somebody I'm working with that does screenplays and changing books into screenplays. And so, and I'm like, yo, we need to keep digging in us and take it out and tap into everything. So, I'm with you on that 100%. And on top of that, you said daughters. Now, in one of your songs, you said 3 daughters or 2 daughters? 3. So I was right. So you have 3 daughters. I have 3 boys. Now, let's go and change the narrative real quick here. Let's know 5 fun facts about yourself. You're just not an artist. You're a human being. So I always like people to say 5 fun facts that nobody knows.
I cook.
Ooh, what's your
like I cook. I can't even tell you what. Like I cook. I be cooking. Like that's my therapy. I make some. I cook. Like the preparation, the cutting, the vegetable. Like that's all preparation for me. Like I love doing that. I cook.
Okay.
Damn.
Do you like ATVs, parachute sailing, jet skis?
I'm so tapped into the music life and what it is. So it's like, I I cook because I'm in the studio, so it's like I'm hungry, but I don't want to go out and get something to eat. So I'm gonna cook something real quick. Or so it's all it's all music. Like I live to make music. I don't make music to live. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do, I put in my music. I don't put in my music and try to go live what I was talking about now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's really like that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to figure out how to learn somebody. Yeah, yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. That's my man Ty. Shout out to my cousins. Shout out to everybody popping up, man. I seen a lot of names. I just couldn't say what up at the time. But yeah, you know, basketball, that's workout. Like, you know, I work out, push ups, shit like that. But like, nah, we talking about like, you know, I can't work on cars and all, but I change the tire and change some brakes and all that. But you know what I'm saying?
See, that's something.
Yeah, I build things like desks and cribs and shelves and dressers and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do too much out of the norm. You know what I mean? I try to stay to what I know, because I'm understanding things, so I'm just trying to continue to understand and learn about, you know, about what I'm doing, learn about, you know, my tendencies and shit like that. So I'm just focusing on me. I do a lot of things. It's hard to narrow it down right now, but yo, I swear I'm like, what? I'm like, what is it? But nah, man. I had, let's say, because I say music, so I do everything. So I have a group that my cousin, he had the idea, and we started to do this little group. So I was pulling up on everybody's verses. It was like 7 people on a record, and it was like some Wu-Tang shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I had to pull up on everybody at their cribs. I had to make sure everybody's vocals was on point. I had to make sure everyone was mixed the same. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I was like really like doing this shit. So you know that's something I can't wait to really do on a big scale. Like really have people really come together and really put something together for the world. Okay. Because when you have different sounds and different people on a record, that's what makes the record dope. Like, it's cool to have someone that, you know, you compliment each other's sound, but when you got people that sound totally different, but they ride the beat in their own way, very differently, and it's dope. Like, that's what makes Wu-Tang them, because everybody sounds different. Yeah. Word. And you know, we in 2020 something. I'm sure we can recreate that whole, when the groups was coming out and the groups was popping. Like, is there a group out right now rapping? No, I don't even know if there's a group out rapping.
I'm thinking in my...
Nope. TDE was the closest, and that was just a label with a bunch of rappers. So it wasn't really like a group. So it was like, I don't see no groups that's doing it like Wu-Tang was. Oh, Coast Contra, my bad. That's one. Okay. That's one, and they dope. But once again, that's what we're trying to recreate. We're trying to recreate bars and spitters, no hooks, nothing. We just trying to spit. That's it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be point man. That's another skill I got.
Look, Wu-Tang tickets go on sale tomorrow, and let me tell you, I missed the first round because I had tickets. Charlotte one, because I got family in Charlotte, and we was going deep, right? Yeah. My son was like, Mom, my musical is. I was like, I had to pay for my ticket. So now they're back on round 2. I was like, no musical, nothing that weekend. I checked. I was like, I'm purchasing October 1st, Ontario, 2 hours away. I'm
Damn. Oh man, that ain't bad.
I'm like, somebody said you got to prepare now when you're younger, so that way when you get up there in your early 40s and stuff, you can live smoothly. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm like, what? Kids ain't got nothing. Boom.
Yeah.
Gone. Kids ain't got nothing. Boom. Like, in Jamaica, I was like, look, y'all got vacation? We going to Jamaica. We got to get about this cold. 5 days of nice 80-degree weather. Came back to snow.
Word. Yeah. 8 feet.
2 inches. But came back during we missed the ice storm. We already had the blizzard a month and a half ago. We already had the earthquake like weeks ago. I was like, look, they was like talking about a rainstorm, ice storm. I was like, nah, we out. I can't. Literally, Ryan was like, do not rub it in. I was like, it's 80 over here right now. I'm laying by the poolside. We're not doing any activities today. I was like, I got insurance. But, okay, so you love to cook. You focus on your music. You got it. Ryan called me Craig because she was like, you be doing stuff we don't be doing. I was like, listen, I horseback ride in Jamaica with the boys in the ocean. That was awesome.
Wait, in a what?
Ocean,
what?
Yes.
You rode a horse in the water and not the boat? That is different. That's different. I was thinking like, yo, where's the pedal boat at?
My boys was like, yo, this is dope. They did not want to do parachute sailing.
Shout out to my guy, Angel Maldonado.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Wow.
Yeah. I parachute sailed when I was in the Bahamas. I love it. We snorkeled. We went zip lining. Yo, when I tell you, love, don't go scuba diving. Nah, that ain't for me because I don't know what's down under. I'm good. Yeah, I ATV. I go to the gun range. Listen, the gun range and the studio relaxes me. Different.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm thankful God gave me boys because we do it all. Except for they don't want to do bow and arrows and stuff. But yeah. I love it.
You throw the axes. You throwing the axes. Oh man.
I used to be part of the Boy Scouts with them. Listen, we do the axe throwing, we do the bow and arrows, the gun range. Everybody was like, yo, you are different. I was like, I got military in my family. They make sure you know how to handle yourself.
Yeah. Nah, that word.
We different. I know. But yeah, I'll send you pictures of us riding the horse.
All right, that's crazy.
Word. Yo, it was a different level, fun and exhilarating. It was. I was talking to the horse though. I was like, look, I'm your friend, you be my friend. You know? Seen them throw people off and stuff. Nah, we gonna be good. I'm your friend. And my horse was called Firecracker.
Man,
like, oh, damn,
I'm not riding a horse unless I got a bag full of money on the back, and that was my only getaway. Yo, word. Word.
It's fun though. The horse was like, I was like, look, you good? I'm good. Okay?
That's funny. Man.
What is it? What else do you want your viewers to know? What's going on with you?
I want my viewers to know, support your people. You know what I mean? We got a lot of people. Like I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and it's like, you know, when you talk about people who have, you know, they own businesses and stuff like that, like clothing companies and merch and everything like that. So it comes to a point where you sit there and you go, damn, I could wear Champion all day. Mm-hmm. I could wear Levi's all day. I could wear Gucci or whatever. I could wear any of this high end, but at the end of the day, shit, I know that people in my town is doing something. I know somebody got something out there. So let me go to my town, because it ain't like, I know that my man's over here is making the same quality as the shit that I'm wearing. So it's like, why have why keep wearing this shit when you got people in your town that's trying to build their stuff up? All right, well, let's build together. And it might come to a point where it's like, all right, well, I don't have a bag right now, but listen, if things blow and we know it's gonna pop, or we like, and you advocating for me like I'm advocating for you, it's gonna work. And when that bag comes, you think I'm gonna go to Gucci and get a bag to Gucci? No, you know what I'm saying? Like we gonna break the bag. Let's do it. Like let's get you. Help me look fresh instead of Champion helping me look fresh. Instead of, you know what I'm saying, these niggas, they already got mad people that they already endorsing. You know what I'm saying? So plus they sending checks and boxes of clothes to rappers to wear their stuff. They not just sending them a box. Oh, can you wear this, please? No, you gotta pay the rapper to wear that shit, because they're going here, they're going here, they're going there. They're gonna be on this TV show. They're gonna be on that network. They're gonna be on here. So it's like it comes down to, you know, let's build each other up. Because if you don't support each other, then nobody is gonna know that. Let's say Connecticut exists. No one's gonna know Connecticut exists if everyone out here is not working together. That's why New York is thriving the way New York does. That's why the big cities is what you hear people coming out of: Detroit, LA, Chicago, Florida, Atlanta, all the Texas. They all support each other. You got people that do shit, and you like, word, your mans did that? Yeah, like, hit him up. He got you. Like, and it's crazy. You just support each other, please. Like, it's crazy how many people you see on your shit, liking your shit, and not one of them is somebody who you actually fucking know, let alone actually fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So, like, support people. And that my man's in here today. I got a bunch of people in here, man, cousins, friends. Shout out to all y'all. Like, I see you. Like, and everybody that's out there working, we see y'all supporting. So we see the people who don't. At the end of the day, there's no hate, there's no shade. Just don't, you know, I'm gonna keep it moving on my end. Just like I see y'all keeping it moving. So let's just keep it moving. And ain't no love lost. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But just support each other. That's the only way we're gonna thrive as Black people, as minorities, as entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Without the system, let's make the system. Let's be the system. Let's be the energy. Let's be the engine. Let's be the Target suppliers, and let's be the niggas that put our shit in Macy's and fucking these big ass. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but let's be right. That. You know what I'm saying? Like, word. Like,
that's what I do. I'm like, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna support you, and I don't. Like, DJ Merciless did something with Benny the Butcher and things of that nature. I brought this album. Had him on. I was like, I don't believe in the bootleggers and things like that. Okay, my man got a clothing store. Okay, design something for me. I'm a rock it and I'm a tag you on it. One of my friends, T. Ferg, I don't know if you heard him, but T. Ferg is out of Buffalo. He did Keep It Pushing. I rocked that when I went to London.
Seen that. I seen Keep It Pushing. Facts.
I wore that hoodie when I was going into London. Was like, yo, T. Ferg, we are now international. He was like, yo, big up, son. He was like, that's what I'm talking about. And T. Ferg is my producer's brother. So, you know what I mean? They was like, yo, I'm a copy your books. I was like, we show love back to each other, because the simple fact is, we all we got.
Exactly. We don't got the labels. We don't got the companies behind us. It's us. Yeah.
Yo, if I say that's my people, I'm going to support you. And the more they start seeing us doing it, I want it to trickle down. It's like, yo, you can't say I'm rocking with you and you not supporting, because then you really not. But I'm not going to hate on it. I'm going to just keep it moving, make my mental note, and keep going. But the mindset of our people need to change. And I'm like, okay, that's why I created Celebrating Life with Sunshine. I'm like, if you got a business, let me know. I don't care where you're at. If you're overseas, if you're in Atlanta, word of mouth gets around quicker and somebody's supporting you. So boom, my girlfriend was like, "Oh, I got such and such." Okay, give them my info. We conversate. Okay, boom.
Yeah.
In Atlanta now, even though I got family there, but when I'm down there, we're gonna link up, take pictures.
Yeah.
The connection, like, let's be the link to each other. Let's support. Let's get us back on track. Like back in the day, yo, okay, I make this, you make that, we all come together. The neighborhood used to feed each other. We got to get that back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like,
and some that I want to start doing too with all my interviews is, you know, everybody asks me questions and stuff when I go to interviews. Before anything else, I want you to help these artists too, the best way that they can market themselves and the best way that they can monetize themselves. Because that's a lot of things that artists and people are missing too. So when you talk about people with businesses, like, a lot of people don't know how to monetize it. A lot of people really selling stuff still out of their trunk still. So, you know, that could really help a lot of people that's out there too. And like I tell people, like, you know, it's all about just whatever kind of money, whatever budget you have, you gotta have a marketing budget. So if you spending for fabrics and stuff, you also gotta know you gotta put this much into marketing every month. And that don't mean pulling out an ad on TV. You just go to Instagram, do the Instagram thing, do the YouTube thing, make a commercial. Put your clothes on and go dive in the fucking water or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Make something where people are watching, like, oh shit, he just jumped in the water with his clothes on. And it's shit, but it's your commercial. Your shit comes up after. You know what I'm saying? So different ways to, like, you don't have to be on commercial. You don't have to be on TV to make a commercial for your brand. But at the end of the day, don't forget how a commercial is made. You want to make a real commercial and make it look real. Make it the way it's made, how you see it. That way, when you are put into these factory stores, imagine how much expenses you cut in when they go, hey, that commercial you did, that was pretty good. Would you mind doing another one and we'll give you this much for it? Oh shit! All right, yeah, and that's all it takes. Just to. That's one of the things, you know what I'm saying? And you know, what I would love to know what advice you have for them.
What advice I have, I do tell them. I always tell them hashtag. Do hashtag. Tag people that are higher up, because even though they don't see it now, it'll come across somebody else that's linked to them that can see it. It just takes one time. So hashtag, use social media. Listen, I have apps on my phone where I do the promos and everything, and then send it, like I sent it to you without music, and then I put the ones that I like on, and then I did it.
Yeah.
Use TikTok, use it to your advantage, because the simple fact is, this is free right now. Why not use it? You know what I mean? And then you ask your squad to share it. So who's not on your page, their page has other people. They'll see it. So you keep sharing. And I do reels now. You keep hashtagging. Like for your reels, I did entertainment. Like when it's not business and it's an entertainer, I do entertainment hashtag. I do hashtag music, hashtag rap artist, hashtag anything to coincide with the artist, who the artist is and what they are about, what they're talking about. So I use that and I hashtag. I hashtag relationships, hashtag this, hashtag that. And that'll get you in a reel. Reels are better to do now. You put it in reels, it gets over 5,000 views. On top of that, it'll get more. And then if somebody likes it, they'll download it and share it. And then they get more views. So that's my thing. My go-to is use everything free. But yes, marketing, I have a marketer. His name is Ernest. But it's Usher's Digital. Marketing, I pay him. I have a certain amount for him. And I pay him, and I make sure I put that aside straight away each month. And Ernest puts it in other places that I don't know about. And he's on so many other pages and so many other groups. I can't keep up with all these groups. But he can, because that's what I pay him for. And that's how some of my books get sold. That's how my spoken words get looked at and things to that nature. So the simple fact is, you got to market but you got to do it strategic. Okay, who else am I going to have? Okay, or what else is going to go on? What's going on with society at this very moment? Let's use that as well to help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, word.
Like right now with Black History Month. Okay, so I made a spoken word just to give me as an example. I made a spoken word as I celebrate you. And I'm talking to the kings and queens, our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And so then what I did one time is I celebrate you. There's Arthur Ashe. There's Obama when he got into office, the first Black president. Venus when she won all those awards. Things like that. I celebrate you, queen. I celebrate you, king. Don't you know all what we had back in the past? You know what I mean? So that way they could see how far we've come, how far we still behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, facts.
So people was like, yo, I love how you did that. Or when you want to talk about nature, if you're trying to sell something with nature, I love photography on my downtime. So I took pictures of God's essence, the sun setting, the sun rising, how it illuminates the sky, things like that. And so then one time God is like, talk over it. So with all the different pictures of the waterfalls and everything, and I'm like, when was the last time you just took time out and looked at the essence? Just took a deep breath. You know what I mean? Water is my serenity. I love being by the ocean. I could write for hours being by the ocean. And so it's like, are you capturing the moment? We're always busy doing this and that. When's the last time you took time out for you and just connected you back in alignment? You know what I mean? So there's so many ways you can grasp and do it free.
Word. Hey, y'all hear that? New artists and current artists, this how we drop jewels on y'all this year in 2023. Shit that can help y'all, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, I don't like seeing people living paycheck to paycheck. I wrote a book about what I learned sitting with Warren Buffett. I'm a paralegal, so I've worked with criminal attorneys. I worked with personal injury attorneys. I've worked with foster care. I've done foster care, had 13 kids and come through my home for the past 3 years. Yeah. I won an award for that, but I don't look for the reward. Somebody else nominated me and I got one. But it's the fact that I know what environment these kids are going to go back home to, so I'm going to give them a stable home while they're in my care. And I wrote foster care, the judicial system, how you should know your rights, how you should know you need life insurance. Don't leave your family in debt. So what I learned, all the nuggets I've learned, I wrote a book on. What you should have on your car insurance. 10 years in the claims department, and I'm getting cussed out because people don't understand what they purchased for their vehicle, but then when they have an accident, they think they got this, they think they got that, and then you have to tell them, no, you didn't pay for that. The book has what you should have on your car insurance. If you're ever in an accident, what you should be doing at an accident scene, taking pictures, making sure you do a police report. You know what I mean? I gained all these nuggets. I don't want it to die with me. I'm trying to help you yourself.
Yeah.
Hate on me for living life luxury now because I know I put things in place. Like, are you paying yourself when you get paid? Don't rob Peter.
I learned that too. Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. And here's another nugget right here. Every time I get paid, I take $50 out. I get rolls of coins, quarters, nickels, dimes, everything. Break it up and put it in a piggy bank. Break it up and put it in a water jug. You break it up, you ain't gonna want to be rolling these quarters, these dimes.
Yeah, true.
Jug, okay? And every time you get change back from when you purchasing something, throw it at the bottom of your pocketbook. That's us ladies. But for fellas, put it in your pocket when you get home, throw it in the water jug.
Yeah.
The simple fact is, if you have it in your account, you see it. So are you buying because you have wants or needs? If you're buying something because you have needs, that's one thing. But if you're buying because you want, that's not discipline.
Yeah.
So the discipline is go do $50, do quarters, in rolls, dimes and nickels. Back and put it in that water jug. Pay yourself back because at the end of the day, when it's time to empty that, you're gonna have more than $5,000. If you start in January and you roll them all up at December, this is what I do with my kids. That way, they're like, yo, I'm like, now this is the Christmas money. Do you want to go away or do you want to buy stuff?
Mm.
Why are you going to buy stuff that they're not even going to use after a day or a week? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
let's create memories. Let's go away on vacation, and then that money we would use to buy souvenirs. So you could say, one, you went away and visited a different country. You went away and learned something else. Two, you could now have souvenirs to look back on and photos and memories, but also you're teaching your children how to apply it for their children when they grow up.
Yeah, right.
So I'm about foundation. Let's build a solid foundation. One, my kids will always know I'm their number one fan besides God. Two, they know I go ham for them all day real quick. I go from 0 to 100 when it comes to my kids. Three, they know when they're at their game, they see mommy on them bleachers. They see mommy cheering for them. But at the end of the day, I make sure that their fundamentals come first. Because if you acting up in school, you ain't getting nothing there. Okay?
Yeah.
So, that foundation.
Mm.
My middle son is about to graduate. Oh, I started crying when his cap and gown was about to be delivered. I got the email. I was like, Lord, you know? But I'm about ability. Let's get this paper. Is it a want or a need? Oh, I want it. No. Do you need it? Okay, then. Then let's hold off on that and let's do what else you need to do.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So the nuggets I drop, people be like, yeah. Then but other people be like, yo, you work for Geico. Tell me. And then I'll be like, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Why don't you just get my book?
Yeah. Yeah, facts.
Like the nuggets that I'm talking about, I made it so easy. I even did on vocals. They was like, do it where we could hear it audio. I'm like, see, that's the problem. Yo, I was like, what happened to a good book? I love good books. You open up a book, you could underline it, you could fold it.
Yeah.
You know? You could really grasp the concept. But I talked to a lot of men, and they was like, I need audio. Okay, cool. So I broke it up to where it's only $1, I think, or 99 cents for each chapter. Funeral, you could pay for, I'm going to drop another nugget. Pay for your funeral ahead of time. That way, when you die, you ain't got to do these gold funds, because that's pissing me off.
Yeah.
I'm saying it. I'm pissing me off. Stop doing these goddamn gold funds. You know what I mean? I won't stop. But you know what I mean? You could go to buy the plot. You could go ahead of time and pay for down payments on the burial.
Yeah.
People don't know that. It's like, yo, not let's do a fish fry to raise money. You know, I'm just saying.
Yo, and just so we clear, we dropping jewels. Don't get it twisted. Let's figure it out and let's pay attention to what we saying out here. You heard?
Yeah.
All you people out there in the comments.
No, it's not about you. It's about the artist.
That's because they came in late.
Yeah, okay. So you came in late, but we were ending it with what jewels do you want to drop to your viewers and listeners?
And you're answering my questions.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Just to clear that up, you heard?
So,
I don't play out here in these streets. Fuck that.
It's bad. So what else?
Everything. Nah, shit. Let's see. I know I'm going to Cali soon, so it's gonna be a lot of good things coming out of Cali. You know what I mean? And LA. Be LA.
I love LA.
Yeah, it's fun out there. Shoot, it's a lot of us, man. I'm
stuff to do in LA.
I'm gonna be on Shade 45 live on the 29th of this month of March. I'll be up there with what's it called? Grinding Bars, I think it's called. Can't remember, but I'm gonna be up there Shade 45 on the 29th live in the studio. You hear my records live and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just out here working.
Okay, well, definitely keep me posted on what's going on. And then before the next album, let me know. We get you back on. We can promote it here because, look, it's fire. Yeah. It is fire. It is fire.
Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Infamous Amadeus. He did all the production on it. He helped me see that boom bap is still alive, not just if you got money behind you.
Come on.
Word. It's still alive. You know what I'm saying?
So tell them how to follow you, and do you have a website? Tell them
you can follow me at official Tahmell, Tahmell. You know what I'm saying? My website will be up and running soon, but it is tahmell.com. You can always find me there. If it ain't up and running, just check back in a couple more weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the merch. I'm trying to get my merch right. So before I start my .com, I want to have my merch official, because that's really what the .com is for. You can get my music anywhere else. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh, look forward to it. Look, when you got the merch, let me know. We'll support. I already ordered Jizz's hoodie that he talked about yesterday on his interview. So I was like, yeah. I told him when it comes in, I'm gonna take my picture with that.
That's good work. No, that's what's up.
Well, I thank you for taking the time out to talk with us and your viewers. Again, keep banging them out, keep banging them, keep us posted and everything. You already got fans here, so you already know.
Appreciate it.
From our house to yours, thank you for tuning in. Like and share, and
Word.
have a good night.
Thanks for having me. Peace, y'all.